Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards, and it's that time of year again for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. And been looking at all the eligible people, and there's just so many great YouTubers out there. So many that you can't vote for them all. And for the ones that I don't vote for, I sure do love your content. I like watching your channel, and keep on making videos just like I am. And it's a great way to enjoy the hobby and to make friends as well. And so I did want to look at my ballot for my veterans ballot, and I have 4 people I'm going to nominate. One is Caleb's Cards TTM. Really enjoy his channel. Maxa Jackson, and got to know him a lot more through Bowman 53 Alex's channel. He's on there quite a bit, but Maxa Jackson definitely deserves to be in the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. Dead Guy's Cardboard. And my last one for the veteran ballot is Lefty NDV10. And I've gotten to know his channel a little bit and really do enjoy it. So those are my 4 for the veterans ballot. And I'm going to turn the camera around and take a look at some cards that represent to me the people that I'm nominating for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. So stand by. Okay, for my 10 for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, and I chose cards that I think kind of represent each individual, and so I wanted to pull cards because this is about the cards, and it's about the cards that people show. And so my first guy that I'm nominating is Steve, Vintage on Vintage 817, and if you've watched any of Steve's channel, you'll know, number one, he's a original West Coast LA guy. Well, I am really sorry about that. I've tried to make this video a few times. We still have 2 puppies left and 2 dogs, and it can be a madhouse. If anybody wants a puppy, let me know. Anyway, Steve, Vintage on Vintage. Sorry about that. If anybody knows anything about Steve, he's a West Coast guy, an LA guy, and he really has been working on the 69 Hall of Famers, and what better card to represent than this one here. As I said, he's a West Coast guy, and Steve is a big basketball card collector as well. And I know that he loves his early 70s Lakers. And if you're going to be working on the 69 Hall of Famers, there's one major rookie in that set. And so these 3 cards, I think, represent Steve, Vintage on Vintage, my first selection. My next guy is the Drew with Vintage Legacy. And the reason why I've got this card here is because Drew likes the old vintage cards. They don't have to be graded. And even if it's a card that's been a little bit beat up, Drew's okay with that. And he also likes the catcher cards, and so do I. And so this card here reminds me of Drew, even though he's not really necessarily a Braves fan or a Del Crandall guy, but yeah, this reminds me of Drew. And the other thing that Drew taught me is magazines can add a great flair to your collection. And so I wanted to show these 2 Eddie Matthews magazines. And Drew actually brought one of these, or Jake did. I think Drew had picked it up and brought one of these to the National in Cleveland in 2024. So Drew, Vintage Legacy. He is my second nominee for the Sports Card Hall of Fame, YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. This guy here, John 3D80's kid. Just a great guy. I've got to meet him a few times, and at the National and at Strongsville, and hang out a little bit, and he is just a really nice guy. And he does so much for this community, behind the scenes with 4 collectors, and just a great all-around YouTuber, John 3D80's kids. And I know that he always talks about his OCD, so I wanted to show him my Don Drysdale rookie card that is severely off-center. And there's times I look at this card and I do think of John. And so I wanted to show this card, not trying to trigger your OCD, John, but you are definitely worthy of a first ballot Hall of Fame entry. The second guy, Chris from Missouri, a great friend. Talk to him every now and then, and he had a zipper malfunction at the 2025 National, getting an autograph. And this Johnny Bench card is Chris is one of his favorite players, Johnny Bench. And such a funny story. Chris is really just a core guy in this YouTube community. He is just so well liked and respected by so many, and he engages all the time with everybody. So that card reminds me of Chris. And then, of course, he's a Royals fan. I could have pulled a Freddie Patek, but I would have had to dig through my stuff. But this card was handy, and I know that Chris is a big George Bett fan. The next guy, maybe you can guess by this. Greg, Midlife Cards. Loves football cards. Gale Sayers is one of his main guys. I believe he has the Gale Sayers run. And also Greg does talk a lot about this. He loves this 1969 football set, and he always talks on his channel about one day football is going to take off to the moon, and the quarterbacks dominate. And this is a beautiful, beautiful Johnny Unitas from that glorious 1969 set. And in honor of Greg's fandom, got to show Mr. John Brody, who just passed away here about a month ago, also from that glorious 1969 set. So Greg, Midlife Cards, definitely well deserving. I don't know if you can guess who this will be for, but Mike, Junk Wax Hero. And this Mike Greenwell card is Junk Wax. But also Mike is a big Boston fan, and I thought this card just represents his channel name and represents his fandom as well. And I know that he's also a Celtic fan, so I've got to throw in this Kevin McHale. Great, great card, shooting over Elvin Hayes and Wes Unseld. 3 Hall of Famers in one shot there. And Mike is definitely worthy of the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, and I'm just going to top that off with a nice Carl Yastrzemski. Now, the next guy, Chris Sewell, collector, investor, dealer. Why would I be showing this? Well, if you watch any of Chris's videos, you'll see that he often talks about buying collections and just the amount of junk wax. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Chris. But nominating you for the YouTube Sport Card Hall of Fame, he talks about buying a lot of collections. His name is Collector, Investor, Dealer. So as a collector, I'm sure he runs across hundreds of these Jose Canseco cards from the 1987 Topps. But as an investor, I thought, well, there we go. A nice Eddie Matthews card. That's a worthy card to invest in. Beautiful 53 Bowman. And if you're a dealer, your showcase would be nice to have cards like this in it. This beautiful 64 stand-up Eddie Matthews. So collector, investor, dealer Chris Sewell. He is one of my nominees. And I don't know if you can guess this. Jeremy, Sports Card Live. And he loves hockey. He's from Canada. And I don't have many, I do not have many hockey cards, but I do have this great Bobby Orr card, a Hall of Famer. And I do have this card as well, Jaromir Jagr from the 91 Score American. Those are my very few of my hockey cards, but Jeremy, Sports Card Live, definitely worthy of the YouTube Hall of Fame. This guy here, Stukes Baseball Cards and Curiosity, Scott. And he loves the Twins. And also, if you watch his channel, you'll know that he sat on his porch, and I believe he opened up a box of 1968 Topps. And I thought, this Harmon Killebrew card just represents Stukes. And also wanted to show this card for him, the Tony Oliva rookie card with that beautiful Twin Cities hat. 2 of the mainstay guys of the Twins before Rod Carew showed up. But Stukes, Baseball Card Curiosity, he's my 9th selection. And then my last guy, see if you can guess. Yes, Clemente Collector, Theo. Definitely worthy of the Hall of Fame. Does so much with 4 collectors and just behind the scenes, just a lot of stuff. So I want to nominate Theo Clemente Collector as my last of my 10 choices for the YouTube Sports Cards Hall of Fame. And just wanted to get some of my Clemente cards out to honor his nomination. And Theo, I really wish that you would start doing the Willie Stargell collection as well. All right, guys, that is my 2022 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame ballot. And I wanted to use cards because that's why we are on here. And we all collect cards. So I wanted to get cards that represent each one of them. Boy, we're getting ready for spring training. Come on, buckos. Do me a favor this year, 2026, and do something. All right, guys, take care. Enjoy the hobby. Good luck to everyone. And keep making videos, guys. Take care.